Look at that. Was music even working? Was there any music at all? Did you guys get any music? Doesn't look like it. Hey, we're back. We're back. Still float. Here, let me go this all over again. Music was okay in the beginning. It's so weird that it disappeared. Like, seriously, like, I need to go through and fix my, like, all of my settings. Like, period. Every time I fuck with anything, I break it. Like, every time I turn on OBS now, this camera right here, this one, just flat out doesn't work. Just doesn't work. And it's because it's plugged into a hub that has other cameras on it. It's a whole thing. It's driving me crazy. But I just, like, haven't. I mean, like, I've had time. I'm not gonna say, like, oh, my life's so busy I can't, like, move a fucking plug-in. But, like, I've been playing Metroid the last 2 days because I don't have that much time, and I really want to beat that shit before I get too busy with school, because school is hard and is taking a massive amount of my mental space. I'm going to move this fan because it's blowing in here and I'm getting some wind noise into the mic, and even though you might not hear it, it's registering and it's driving me crazy. So hold on, I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I hope everybody who watches on Twitch changed their passwords this weekend, because Twitch had a massive security breach. Massive. Like, all of their code got fucking stolen. So, like, if you use Twitch, change your password. That was the other thing I was saying when we're getting started. Yeah, I don't want anybody getting any of their private information swiped. Check this out. We've got some pretty cool new Post-it notes. This is a gift from my business partner a couple years back. Found them. I'm like, oh yeah. So, watch out, or you're going to end up on my shit list. I don't know what will be the like thing that puts you on a shit list. But it will happen. It will happen. You will be put on said shit list. I also pulled out my old Post-it notes that look like ramen. They even come in ramen packets. I just thought that they'd be smart to have here. You want someone to swipe your privates. What? What? Oh, your private information? Yeah. Joe, that'll put you on the list. Joe, where's my pen? Damn it, now I don't have a pen over here to say you're on my shit list. Joe. Offender. Joe. Violation. Lewd. Public acts. Pubic acts. Definitely for more bullshit. Severity, we're giving you a 4. You're gonna have to take it up. Do better. There you are. Do better, Joe. It's been so long that they don't even want to come up. There we go. Let's see how many more people we can get on the shit list today. So yeah, I'm actually gonna paint today because I realize I'm fucking running out of time. I'm running out of time. November is coming quickly. Quickly. Now that's a personal challenge. And again, my desk is too fucked up. Remember, always bring a snack. We got some dice here now, just in case I need to, like, roll dice. Five? At least it wasn't a 1. I just have, like, shit everywhere. And of course, this bag just broke. Because that's what happens when you have cheap dice bags. They break. But yeah, just been trying to clean up my space and get ready for school. Oh, you like that? I haven't showered today, so they're a little poofy. How you doing, Cat Spa? Joe, I am doing all right today. I've got awesome news. I passed my first college course. And you'd be like, Keith, you've only been in school for 1 week. How did you pass a course already? Let me tell you, people, it is all about a competency-based program. Seriously, that's what it's all about. If you want to make it through something, relatively fast, fucking get into a competency-based program. Because, like, we all know stuff, right? I mean, unless you're like 13, then you are learning stuff. But if you have made it to adulthood and worked in the world, you know stuff. You have learned things. You have gleaned information. And they don't see a reason to make you work harder than need be to pass something like a class, because it's like, what's the point, you know? Like, what is it doing in the grand scheme of things? Like, making you go through an entire class for stuff that you already know. And so they make it so you can test out of it. What if your name is Sergeant Schultz? Dude, is that a Hogan's Heroes reference? I might just be too fucking young for that one. Let's see here. Black coal. Alright. Moving glues. Get out of my life. Okay. So, the best part about a competency-based program is that because I already have info, because I've already bring skills to the plate, I can test out of stuff if I already know the work. Like, I can be like, oh, I already know this. And so you start testing, and you're like, oh, easy. I just did this, and I'm out of it. It's done. The problem with that is like, they need you to actually perform at a really high level to get out. Hogan's Heroes for sure. It's fucking like been so long since I've watched Hogan's Heroes. I can't believe I just knew that without having to like ask. Okay. So nippers in there. Files can get out of the way. All right, I have more room now. It's still a little cramped up here. I got some brushes that are. This brush has seen the end of its days. I'm retiring it, so I'm pulling out another monument brush. Nothing wants to stick today. It's probably because it's fabric. But yes, my brain just shut off. I'm sorry. I know nothing. I know nothing. Is that how it goes? Is that the quote? So yeah, I went through my first class and I did really poorly on the pre-assessment. Like, so much so that the teacher was like, you shouldn't take that without reading the work. And that's like, because they want everybody to get hit at like a really high level. Because you need to have a B average to graduate, which is like really fucking intense. That, like, a B average is asking a lot out of people. Each weep on each. I don't even know what that means, but I like it. So I, because I've been self-employed for 11 years, and while like it wasn't in like corporate world, which is what mainly business school kind of is teaching you for, it kind of sucks for small business people because there's just so much stuff where they're like, in small business, you just have to wear so many hats, and they aren't like just telling you that. They're like hoping that you will fucking figure it out, and that's not entirely fair. I know nothing. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to open this program up, get some zoomies going on so I can paint this, because I love this model. It's amazing. But I still have a lot to do on it if it's going to enter into a competition in the first week of November. So that's where we're at. German translation for I know nothing. I know nothing. She really does. In person, like, I think it looks better on camera. Like, it kind of just smooths it out a little funny. Let me grab this thing real fast here. Ooh, 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 ooh. We're going to zoom in just a little bit. I think I'm also going to take off autofocus, because with my hand in here, it's going to take her out of focus. Let me get her in focus a little bit better here. Oop. That's pretty good, truly. What's up, Hootie Hoo? There she is. She's pretty sharp there. Cool. This is about where I paint anyways. My microphone is off. Joking. Chris, you're gonna have to try harder to get on this shit list. You're gonna have to actually like make me freak out about it. You can't just joke on it. Hootie Hoot, we got a new program going where people end up on the shit list. Joe's already on it because he made a joke about his private parts. Second instance, what's going on? Hey, thank you for the well wishes on schools. Watching Twitch. Hey, just saying this again. If you haven't changed your passwords, change your passwords on Twitch, because like all of our data got totally hijacked. So, second instances, thank you. I appreciate it. I was actually literally just talking about. I graduated my first class. I passed my first class. Instead of like having an online course where you can just kind of do things at your own pace, it's awesome because you can just sit back and do. You got good call. I mean, like everybody should have two-factor authentication. But like still, like if you're like me and you're lazy and sometimes you use passwords over and over again, I had to update mine and a bunch of other ones. Yeah, I went through, I took my pre-assessment, I realized that I needed to learn a lot about the corporate structure and how business is done. I read through the places, focused where I need it, and then actually like took the pre-assessment again, got like a 93%, like really kicked its ass. And then I just like, normally then they want you to talk to the teacher, talk to your mentor, like do your things, make sure that you're up. And I just like registered to take the test, and so like a half hour later I was able to take the test and passed it first try. It was really exciting. It was a great feeling, especially since I've been out of school for so long. It is I mean, like I never went to college. I decided that being in a punk rock band makes the most sense. Made the most sense. I need to get a better mic stand situation here. This is fucking ridiculous. See, second instances, I feel you there. You know, like, you know, you're feeling your brain turn into mush and stuff like that. That's really hard. Like, and sometimes I feel that way where I'm just like, I am not comprehending shit the same way. But what I'm realizing is so much of school is learning to learn again, like breaking down those walls, breaking down that shit, and that is my hardest part right now. I am just like still trying to figure out what I'm doing. I need to get some moisture on this wet palette. Let me grab that real fast. I will say this, like, I'm much more discernible about what I need to know as an adult. So I can, like, strategically plan, which I was fucking not able to do as a kid, like, at all. Like, I was kind of more like, I'm a hammer, I'm gonna hit some fucking nails. Like, I didn't have any nuance to my life. Yeah, thank you. And yeah, when you're young, it's so hard to do anything like that. Like, I feel bad for all the kids that just like, I'm going to school. I'm like, do you really want that? Is that the best thing? Like, I think like kids should probably. I want kids to take a year off and fucking work in fast food. I think like every kid needs to do a year in fast food, or a year in the armed services. It should be like the things that you need to do after high school, like fucking learn how to like be a better citizen, or learn like empathy and you know, how to how to actually navigate this world. Oh shit, I was gonna grab some other paints here. I get sent a lot of stuff sometimes. And somehow I got on the army painter list, and when I remember when they reached out to me if I wanted to test stuff out for stream in the channel, I was like, sure, absolutely. Hey, don't send me any paints. Like, I'll probably not use them. And for a really long time, they didn't send me any paints. And they just recently sent me like 2 sets of paints. One of them is a skin tone set, which I think will be actually very good to use on this model here, because it doing skin tones is really difficult. And this has got some like I started off mixing this only from red, yellow, and blue. And so it was like a really limited palette. I didn't use any black on it. And still technically haven't used any black. The eyeliner is actually purple, which is a really nice little trick to get in there. So I've got some shit that I got to do. Things that I really like on it. I think like the fabric actually looks really cool, as it's kind of like silken and satiny. It probably needs to go up a little bit higher as it is dried and has been much cooler, like much softer. But it's got some. It won't focus because I turned off autofocus. How difficult has it been to do the dark skin? Hard. It's actually, well, okay, so hard and not hard. Because of the way I did it, it's hard. I actually really like painting skin tones that aren't white, because I think that there's so many colors and they're so rich and warm, where like, look at my fucking face right now. Like, I mean, it's all washed out because of like the camera, but like I'm so fucking pale that to get this to look interesting is just like kind of tedious and shitty. And you know what? Like, I'm tired of looking at fucking white models. I'm like so bored of it. And so that's why when I saw this model here, I instantly freaked out over it. I was like, this model is fucking gorgeous. And so like, I'm doing some things differently on this one. I wanted to learn how to mix paints up, so that was really hard. Getting that to turn brown was extremely hard. But once I got it and kind of understand how much green and orange to move into it to make the brown that I wanted, it's got some really cool vibe to it. It also kind of looks like a little dead zombie skin, especially here on the back. Like, because like it's supposed to be not lit, and I'm not wanting to put a lot of work into the back, because you're not fucking supposed to look at the back. Stop looking at it, guys. Stop looking at the back. But what I do like about it is like how the shoulder has a lot of contour to it. It's got, just some like interesting like brush stroke stuff happening that kind of make it look like it has a little bit of muscle definition. I like how I went darker here. I like how her face is contoured, although I need to add a little bit more red into like the cheeks, into the skin, because right now it's kind of in Disney princess color zone. Like, it looks like a cartoon. And granted, this is a model that has exaggerated features. Humans' eyeballs are not this big. Like, the lips are actually kind of like close, but like the teeth also are like, it's all just a little exaggerated, just a bit. So, while beautiful, I really want to actually like dial these things in a little bit. I need to bring some more life into the eyes, add some more like bloodshotness into it. It just needs work. Some fucking freckles. Freckles are like huge. And so like, I've been watching Candyman all weekend, so I've been like staring at African American skin, and like I fucking love it. Like, it's so gorgeous, it's so pretty. So like, I'm stoked to like dial this in. Let me grab my new paints, and we're gonna play around with those a little bit. You just added taint to your dark skin tones. What are you saying, Joe? What are you saying? Cool thing about the skin tone set is it has a couple interesting, let me see here, like obsidian pigment toner. This is like a pigment wash that is like a black green that you add. The pearl is like a pink wash that you add. I don't think it has any pearlescence to it. That'd be fucked up if it does. Although I've thought about adding just a little bit of that to her because like she's in a club. Maybe she went out and like some washes. Comes with some empty bottles, some babas. Like the skin tones paint set is actually like a pretty good idea. And it comes with the book that everybody has like a million times over. Okay, check this out. Air and medium. Heavy pigment, medium, heavy pigment. First, shake briefly. Empty medium on top. Shake again. Paint is ready. That is how you have to do it. Otherwise, these things get fucking nuts. So, like, they know. They know that we're all pissed. So, how many paint tracks do I have? Oh, Gamblin's brown pink. Taint. You son of a bitch, Joe. You're gonna end up on my shit list again. How many paint? So right now, the paint lines that I have, I used to have all of the army paint stuff. I've given most of them away to friends who are starting off and shit like that. Just things have been missing after, like, oh, we're having a hobby gathering. I just throw a huge box of paints in the middle of the table. Stuff walks away. My heart's not broken by that. So my paint that I have is Monument Hobbies. I'm going for the high score. Severity 1 out of 10, and you want to be at a 10. That's really funny. So I have these ones. They just need a ball mixer. Skin tone box. Alright, so Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl is my favorite paint as far as like acrylics go. Just price and pigmentation, they are by far the easiest to use. I do not like their primer. Not everything can be a winner. Some people love it. Some people say that they can spray it right out of their airbrush. I tried that. It did not work. It's too thick and it doesn't fix to the model. Like this one I did in their green primer, and just having it sit on my desk as I was moving stuff around, just things brushing up against it and the primer scratched off, and that's unacceptable. And I messaged them about it. They never messaged me back. Kind of disappointed. But like I hear them, they say when you start painting on it, you shouldn't have any problems with it flaking. Coming from a fine art background, being a framer, I have seen what happens when you use substandard primer on fucking canvases, and guess what? It starts to flake. Like, it just does. It's just part of it. Water reactivates it, gets in there. And I know they're like, use the more medium and stuff, it'll help keep it down. It's not how fucking paint works 50 years from now. And you know what? Like, I know, like, mini gaming, wargaming is like too new of a hobby to think about that far down the line. But imagine if you weren't thinking about it that far down the line and you were like just like messing with it and like, oh well, this is not good, and you know, like I don't think mini painting is exactly... If the bottom layer is loose, it comes off. Yeah, exactly. Oh, second instance, I totally fucking... I'm with you. It must be a pain to keep the consistency. Yeah, it has to be. Like, I'm not gonna say like they're monsters for not getting it right. You know, but like it's something that they know is an issue, which is a little disappointing to know that they knew that was the case. I also had the same problem with Vallejo primer. It stuck on the model better, but it also was more fragile. So like I shouldn't feel like I have to use a varnish in between my primer to actually like be safe. Like that's not right. Even still, that's not gonna fix the problem. So that's why the Monument Hobbies paint primer doesn't really work for me. But if it works for you and you're all right with it, go for it. What does work for me is Stynylrez still. It's amazing primer. It works every time the way I want. I don't have to thin that to make it work in my airbrush. It just works. You've been having problems with Stynylrez spraying? Really? What's it doing? I haven't had any problems with my Stynylrez. I've had some ink issues, but I think it's just because it's getting kind of old and chunky, and I don't have my vortex mixer up here to like really shake that shit up. This color is amazing. It does not come off on the camera at all, but it's like a green, black. It's gorgeous. It's gonna be awesome. Awesome. Weird. Wonder if they just had like a bad batch of that. Or someone in my Discord saying that they have to like filter out. I think it was New Meta. Was talking about having to filter out his Stynylrez. I was like, that sucks. That sucks. Interesting. I haven't had any issues with mine. I did one time get a frozen one. That was the worst. It was like chunky. It's like coffee grounds. No, that's not pearlescent. It's just a real bright white. It's always sad when you see stuff like that happen. So I really like the Stynylrez primer. It's worked great for me. It sucks if you've been having issues. If I've had a good bottle, it's just always worked. Is it like a brush-on primer? I always thought the brush-on primer was kind of weird. Spray primer. I've never used... Well, no, that's not true. I have used their spray primer once, as far as, like, the rattle cans. It was fine. It worked. Did a whole army of Necrons in a weekend. Putting balls in my paint. These paint colors are really beautiful. I think that they are going to be a great addition to my team. Never got back to you with a problem, so I don't know. Oh, that's weird. You know what? Actually, I've had issues getting fucking badgered or respond to me. I ordered a shitload of paint for him for a job for Picture Mart when I was there, and it took them like 6 weeks to fucking get back to me, and I was like ready to like reverse charges on my credit card. Small companies like that can be problematic to work with. Of course, I got fucking paint all over me now. These Army Painter paints seem to be mixed a lot better, so maybe they are working with them a little differently. Feel more like a Reaper paint. Oh, back to my paints that I use. My other paint line that I use is the Chimera paints. I like how pigment rich they are. It sucks that the line is as thin as it is. I did just pre-order the Michael Pisarski and the other paint brand, just so I can like have, you know, the complete set with some mixed paints, because like they are really difficult to like get right to mix. If you're not like a fucking paint calculator, it's almost not even worth it. Almost. I say almost. The finish is really nice. They're very matte. Like I said, it's what I did most of this model with. I did go back in with some Monument Hobby stuff just to kind of like smooth the blends out. So it was real just brush strokey. And so like I just went with a paint that I kind of knew a little bit better. And I was happy I did that. I think it was worth that extra effort. I think these skin tones are very nice, though. I think Army Painter did a good job with them as far as selection goes. Yeah, it's much thicker than it used to be, so I think they redid their formula. Which I'm glad, because it was a little sad there for a little bit. You know, and I hear everybody saying like it dries too glossy. Like, if it's dried too glossy, it's because they haven't mixed it together well enough, and they're just getting like matte medium that's been thinned down a lot. And that'll happen. This garnet pigment toner is gorgeous too, color-wise. It's really, really handsome. Okay, last one. Oh, it's nice they gave you extra balls to go with the bottles. It's the content that you're here for. What's up, Inveritus? I'm bringing all the It's my visual ASMR. Is it working for you? Do you want me to lick the mic? I apologize for doing that. Alright. Alright. Paint set is ready to go. Sorry about that. I should have like had all this stuff fucking planned, but you know me. I don't plan shit. I don't plan. I am visual ASMR. You're goddamn right. Okay. Tiger's eye skin. Mocha skin. We can go back to Big Me if you guys want to see that. It's too much. It's too much. I can't handle it. It's freaking me out here. I want onyx skin. I want obsidian skin toner. Garnet toner. With like topaz skin. And yeah, some jasper skin. Really, I just want all of these. Yeah. Let's set this stuff off. Way. Alright. So, we're gonna get painting. An hour into stream, we're getting painting. We're going to set my pigments up. Use these to tint the paint as I go into it. Now, if I remember correctly, my history with Army Painter is that this paint is actually very thin and easy to glaze. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. At this point, it's all glazing tricks. Dark. It's very shake weighty. I love the size of this nude wet palette from Game Envy. I dig it quite a bit. Yeah, like these ones don't have that crazy thick medium, like it's much creamier. Good for them. They needed it. Here. Okay. Alright people. We're here. We're ready. We're getting ready. We're doing this. Let's get some busting our brand new monument brush. Joe is still on the shit list. Telling ya. It's a blast from the past. Alright, so let's see where we're at right now. This microphone is definitely in my fucking way. I guess that's the way it is. So, it's Halloween season. We're here. Who's all watching scary movies? Oh, these paints are fucking good. These paints are beautiful. Like, their colors are amazing. I think they're kind of more like P3 paints. Thanks, Veritas. The goal is to not fuck her up before I have to enter her into a competition in November. That's the goal here. We're trying to get her ready for competition. Of which I really haven't been painting much. Not to lie, like, and blow shit out of proportions, but, like, I have been not in a great, like, mental state. I've just been kind of in a fucking funk. Going back to school has really, made me realize, like, how not healthy I was. So, like, I'm stoked to be back in it. But it means that I'm, like, way behind on certain things in my life. Oh, this pigment toners, this stuff is sweet. Very, very usable. It's like thinned down beautifully. Beautiful glazes. Yeah, okay, so this is, let's go back into this now. So something I really wanted to do was make a glaze to take up her cheeks and stuff. So if you look at like black people's skin, they do actually have a lot of red in them. It's like, especially like if they're happy and smiling, you can see it in their like in their face like a lot. Like they have more blush than like pale skin does, because we kind of get red all over. So my goal was to add some more redness to her face to really up the drama here of who she is. And we're in the dirty paint water zone. And it's already doing what I want it to do. I'm also going to come in here and drag a little bit of it into her eyeballs. Just so they have like a little bit. Scare. A7. A7X Elica. Avenged Sevenfold Metallica. I dig it. Scary Movie 4. Those are really fun. We just rented the new Candyman on Friday because I love the original. And then when I went to stream the original, I was like, maybe we'll just buy the digital copy and that way we have it. The digital copy to buy was like, it was like $14. I was like, God, that's expensive. And so I went and I pulled up the Amazon, and they had like the collector's edition for $9 on Blu-ray. So I got that, and we watched that last night and all the special features. That shit, I love that movie. Alright, so now we're in the green tone, and we're going to use that in our shadows. and you get your kind of red and green contrast happening without really adding a whole lot to it, just to kind of darken that contour. Make sure when you're doing like skin stuff, you're like really feathering it out, otherwise you'll have tide lines, which is fine. Like, I actually kind of like the look of a tide line. Because it kind of reminds me of watercolor. The first person to understand that name. Man, I worked in a record store when Waking the Fallen came out. I will never not know Avenged Sevenfold. And then I worked at Guitar Center for the next 4 years, of which everybody was playing Waking the Fallen. It's their like warm-up riff. And so like I had to like learn all these like riffs just to like be like, hey, this is what an Avenged Sevenfold sounds like. And Metallica was like my favorite band for many years. I had a Metallica t-shirt for every day of the week. I'm glad that you found us. I've never seen you here before, so thank you for joining us today.
Echo off in the distance, searching for hope, searching for life. Why weren't we born? War looks much different in real life than it does.
That shit, now I've got that stuff stuck in my head. We're here. It's happened. She says that she walks away. Try not to lose you. It's 2 a.m. there. Damn. Where are you at? Added a lot of that red skin. That stuff goes on for forever. It must have been really loaded up in my brush. Malaysia, right on. I don't know if anybody from Malaysia's ever caught the murder basement. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. What's up, Mikey? How you doing, buddy? Thank you so much. I'm glad you like it. It's one of my favorites. I think it's a really gorgeous model. So I've been thinking about doing a Eurorack stream or a YouTube video where I explain how all that stuff works. Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry, man. That sucks. Poor TC. I hope he's alright. Much darker skin tone. That's what I'm after. Synth stream, you dig it. I've been thinking a lot about that. Like, so, like, I've been working on a lot of music lately, and you know, I know a lot of you are musicians, but I kind of do something that like not a lot of musicians do with like the modular synth stuff. So like, I would like to bring some of that to the front, you know. So I was thinking about doing like some tutorial stuff. Just to kind of like get people to understand what I do and why I do it. Need something else. Stuff's coming out just a hair too pale, so I added a little bit of orange into my brown. And that'll bring some of that life back into it. It's the same color, just a little bit more warmth in it. Right now, I am using the Army Painter skin tone set mixed with a little bit of Monument Hobbies orange, just kind of like bring some of the color back into it. So I'm using like their pigments and their you know, different skin tones. They're a little weird for like a bust painting, but I think they'd be really usable on small models where like you just do like heavy contrast stuff like this. Like right now I'm in kind of two different zones here. Like I've kind of like turned this to more pinky, which is fine actually. It looks good. I need a little bit more red up here on her eyes. We're getting there. Thanks so much for the follow, bud. I'm glad you're here. Get that beautiful dark skin back in there. Bring back some of this contouring in, some of the shade. So, Avenged 7 Metallica. How long you been painting? Is this something that you've been doing for a while, or you just getting into it? Two months? Dude, that's the fucking best time. I had more fun in my first 2 months of painting than I have in the last 3 years of painting. No one's fault but my own. After about 4 months, I started taking commissions, and that is when my love of this got severely hampered. Word to the wise, don't do commissions early on. It's so easy to be seduced by it, and just don't do it to yourself. Enjoy the time you have learning it. First mini was for your boss. That's very sweet of you. I think stuff like that is like interesting, but I started painting A lot of people know this story already. I don't know if you follow the podcast or not. Every time in the murder basement. Shameless self-plug. But I instantly started painting a couple Reaper things. Thought they were great. Sold some synth shit. Bought Kingdom Death. Because fuck it, why not? Orthover, I'm with you. Like, unless you really want to make it a job, it kind of sucks. So, like, maybe not. maybe not. Who knows? Jay, buddy! Isn't that the worst? You're like, oh, I'm kicking ass, and you realize that you have one error in your calculations as far as points go. I've lost plenty of times to that. So, I started painting. I started getting all right. Like, I didn't suck at it, but I definitely had stuff to learn. One of my friends was like, dude, you could win competitions with this. And I was like, fuck yeah, I can. He's like, would you paint some shit for me? Trade ya. So, he bought me some, like, Kingdom Death expansions and some paints. Not worth it. 6 months of painting Rising Sun. Glad I could do it for my friend. Had a great time. Made some actually really cool shit. But by the end of it, I was like, fuck this. Let's take a look at this. See where we're at. Alright, ma'am. Thanks for stopping in. Hope everything's going well for you there. We'll see you next. I stream on Sundays. Same bat time, same bat place. I might do it at some other times in the week. But right now, it won't be until after November. I'm right now working 2 jobs and going to school full time, so I don't really have the emotional fortitude to do it all. So, have a nice time, man. Thanks for stopping in. Alright. We have already shifted this to a point where, like, I'm, like, stoked about it. I'm gonna give her some Freckles now. Good, it doesn't look like I just smeared shit on her face. I was like really nervous that like I was doing something that wasn't gonna look good. And it's subtle. It's nice. Jay, has Army Painter ever sent you any paints? Is that like a new line that they're doing? A speed paint line? Did I miss something cool? Feels like I might have missed something cool. Oh, cool. Contrast and dropper bottles? Sign me the fuck up. I think AP stuff is fine. I think they got a shit reputation because their paints need more effort right out of the box, but fucking money-wise, you really can't go wrong with them. That is not what I wanted her lips to look like. It's interesting. I want them a little bit more orange. Top Hat, what's good? What's going on, buddy? Yeah, I'm stoked to be working on it. Let's go back in. Let's do this again. Add a little bit more orange to this. I'll have to try to get you in touch with Adam, the guy from Army Painter, Jay, because I think that would be a good like thing to have on your channel, because you're like this cool bridge between Games Workshop and everybody else. Like, I was thinking about this while watching your last video about FOMO, which I didn't finish because, like, I don't give a shit about the Black Templars. I was like, I kind of feel like it's shit for not, like, watching this, but also, like, I don't care about the Black Templars. Mikey, I mean, like, Army Painter's weird. That, like, I'm not going to say that they're a perfect paint, but I think that they're a way better paint than people give them credit for. I personally like Monument better. There are better paints, but for the money. But I will say, like, I've been shifting this model right now using, like, glazes, which is fucking impossible to do with Monument stuff because the pigment is so strong. You have to, like, thin them so much, and it's just really, really hard to do. So I am enjoying this, like, glaze exercise I'm doing here. Oops. Got a little tide line on her chin. See, and the glossy finish is not a thing. They're no more glossy than any of the Games Workshop finishes are. You just have to shake them properly. So if you don't have them, like, shaken up enough, you're painting with a lot more medium, and matte medium when thinned down just turns gloss. So you just have to shake them up more. I hear a lot of people say that, and I have not experienced that ever. Yeah, it can be kind of tricky to get other paints. Seriously, you should go back. Do you have a vortex mixer? If you're using Army Painter paints, you should just have one. Period. Oil paints or satin, yeah. I mean, I find most stuff is a little satiny. It just is. You know, even Monument can do it. You know, they're pretty flat, but you just kind of have to. And, you know, like, I thin down all my paints with matte medium, like, super thin down. So all my stuff has this kind of, like, sheen to it anyway. And then I do an ultra matte varnish at the end. Now, I could use ultra matte to thin down my paints, but that shit is fucking expensive to use. And I made that bottle for, like, $1. So, like, I'm just not going to overdo it. I mean, I think that is a really short-sighted way to look at buying a new tool to make your hobby more fun. I mean, like, seriously, the most affordable, most attainable paint needs this. Really, all paints eventually will need a shaker. Once they've sat down too far, like, you'll need them. Once you turn 37 and your joints don't work as well as they used to, you'll need them. Happens. So, like, while I don't disagree, I also think that you are missing the opportunity to have something, you know, make your hobby a little bit more fun. I don't disagree that it sucks that it needs that extra step, but it's good. It's a good extra step. I mean, like, what's a $40 mixer? Fuck it. You know, like, just buy it. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't give a shit about the new people. I don't make content for the new people. I make content for the people who are, like, old and jaded. You're right for the new people. Like, fuck it, go buy the cheapest brushes you can and a set of, like, basic ass paints and put fucking paint on a model. I may not love the Monument and Sable brushes, but I will say what they do very well is the hair is so soft that you can like turn these into an amazing mop. Like they are great at doing mop stuff. I think Army Painter has probably thought about that a lot. So, Joe, here's what like we used to do at Picture Mart. We used to take a coffee can, like an old paint can. We'd fill it with all of our acrylic paints. We'd take that, you know, make sure they're tight and really, and we'd take it to Home Depot and be like, "Can you shake this for us?" Perfect every time. That's what everybody should do with their Army Painter paints just to start. Put mixing balls in them, put it in, screw it tight, send it through a mix. Longer DP. Hey, Heath, thanks for killing the man. Really enjoying your voice in the hobby. Hey, thanks for joining us today. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Sorry I haven't been so active. If you are a podcast listener, I need to make a huge fucking apology. Let me go back to Big Me. Main apology. I'm even gonna look into the fucking camera for this. My mental health had slipped so far that I didn't realize that I didn't upload my last episode with Sam Lenz to Spotify and all the other things. That's how bad I was. I was that fucked up that I forgot an episode with one of my favorite painters, one of my favorite people. I had just totally given up. So I am so sorry for everybody who's like YouTube watcher and been like, what the fuck? Why isn't this in a place where I can listen to it easier? I am sorry. I was having issues. So, thank you for being patient with me. Back to the show. Dude, Jarrett, thank you so much, man. I'm loving school. Truth be told, right now, like, school's cool and all. You know what's the shit? Code Academy. Like, I am stoked to be learning HTML and CSS. I am stoked to be on the path to be a front-end developer. Like, college is going to be a great thing to make me more competitive. The thing that's going to get me a job is Code Academy. That's the shit. Like, if you are in a place where you are looking to make a move, it's like $200, $250 a year. Yeah, that sucks to pay, but like the course is amazing. I am thrilled about it. Get that shadow feathered in there correctly. Contouring. As what's his name? Brain just shut off. Vince Venturella says contouring on a bust. It's all about who's Joe? Joe is Orthober Studios. Mikey, he is on my shit list for lewd public acts. Had to check the bullshit box. Told him to do better. Severity is a 4. So, long drip. Longer DP. Man, I don't know what. We're going to just call you Long. What's up, Long? Have you been listening to the show a while? Have you ever caught me on stream? Joe being lewd? Never. You missed it earlier. He was talking about taints and shit. It's kind of in between pink and brown. That motherfucker. Right, you. And that's how you end up on my shit list. Okay. We've really pushed the skin, like, quite a bit. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to handle the hair. It feels like I should do something with it, but I'm not exactly sure what. And truth be told, I might just leave the back alone now. It looks pretty good. I'm futzing this one like a Venturella. Yeah. Contouring. He one time reviewed one of my models, and that's all he said. Contouring. I was like, there's actually quite a bit of contouring, just the photo sucks. I didn't. I must have missed that one. It's been a busy week. I've done a lot of school. I started 2 jobs, and I played Metroid Dread, which I beat last night. It was awesome. The comments were overwhelmingly not on our side about the pinup thing. What was the whole thing about the pinup? How long's the video? Should we just watch it now? Can we watch it and I could live comment on it? Is there anything that will get me in trouble as far as, like, copywritten music or anything? Oh, it's a 15-minute video. Maybe we'll watch it at the end. Hold on. I gotta do something very delicate. My point was that the pinups are fine, but they shouldn't be the army option. They should be available for people who want pinups. So, okay, like, let's see here. You were talking Slaneshi stuff, right? Old school demonette with like super crab hands. And you think that those were pinup-y? So I always thought that they were just like kind of silly looking. I would agree that the industry is slowly moving away from that. And I'm glad because, like, truthfully, it's my least favorite part of the hobby is people look at me like I'm some sort of fucking pervert as I'm painting, like, big-titted demon chicks. I mean, it's fine, like, not a prude and, like, mad about it, but also, like, I know how people feel about it. Oh, they were just naked lady demonettes. Oh. Because I like the new ones. I think they're cool. I like the single boob thing. I think that that's fucking cool as shit. I don't know what to do with her teeth, because there is no grooves for her, like, teeth lines. The uniboob. No one was on your side. You must not have. Although, Warhammer people are hard to change. They get, like, way into their, well, this is the way it was. Back in my day. You know, all the favorite excuses. Alright, Mikey, thanks for the lurk, buddy. It's so hot here today. I'm so pissed off about it. It's fucking October. I want to feel comfortable wearing hoodies and beanies and shit. It feels like I need to draw grooves on her teeth.
We have never seen before. An endless war, an energy crisis, natural disasters, food shortages, the start of the richest third world country on the face of the planet. Can you hear the desperation pouring through these words? Can you feel the tension building up inside everyone like a kettle that's ready to boil over? I want everyone to watch closely. This will be a sight to behold. Watch our demise.
It's most certainly the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life. It looks fucking horrible. Too hot for yoga pants and Uggs. It's never too hot for yoga pants and Uggs. Truthfully, one of the worst things I've ever done. I regret everything about that decision. Let's go back. Where's my ivory? Maybe not bright ivory, maybe just ivory. Jay, you can see the difference between the Venus de Milo and a thong of a demonette? That's crazy. All nudity is created equally in my book. This is so funny. Like, it feels weird to be like kind of puritanical about shit like that, where you're like, I really shouldn't have to be bringing this up, but here we are, and I'm having to fucking bring it up. Truthfully, the worst thing I've ever done. I will say that, like, on camera, it looks fucking great. It looks really smart to, like, draw some definition to the teeth. In real life, it looks like shit. It looks fucking horrible. Oh, I was wondering if those were the Juan Diaz ones. Sorry, guys. This might have to happen off camera. My eyes are not good enough right now. God, she looks jacked up right now. Okay. That's much better. Sharp vampire teeth would be a bold choice. Here, let me see if I can turn on autofocus. Hold on. Let's turn back on autofocus. Not bad, huh? I fucking fixed it. What do you guys think? Just like a paint shaker is a good tool. All these things. They make your hobby better. Do them. Damn amazing. If you can see into the closet here, there is a huge, awesome one that's got the super bright light that I'm stoked, but the problem is I have this fucking AC unit right here, and where I would be putting it on the desk, I do not have room for. So, I am a little frustrated. Just a tad bit. My mother-in-law bought it for me for Christmas, and I'm like, this is cool. Tried to set it up at the other table. It's too big for the table. And the eave, like, it just couldn't do it. It was in my fucking way. And I was like, this sucks. This sucks. This one, like, I want to get it up. But right now, these little guys, they're great.
My fellow humans, the sun will shine again. I can feel it coming over the horizon. And it's as beautiful as it always was, because we have all made it together. And I can see you standing there, smiling back at me, our hand in hand. This is a new dawn, this is a new day, and a new era. This is a place where nothing will be the same, and the only constant is change. A place where children will have a chance. A place where we will all be treated as equals. And we will have to rebuild, and this will not be easy. But we have to take control of our own destinies. Please remember that this is not an end, but this is only the beginning.
Look at them wet lips. It's truly starting to come together. There's, like, it's so much more rich of a model. Chris, man, I should have had glasses for a long time. We went out and we're driving after dark the other day, and I was like, my night vision is awful. Joe, you know I always want to get it up. You're on 68. One more point. Just need one more point, man. Boobs. Boobs and butts. Give me that 1 point. Boobs and butts. What's the name of this model? This is Brooklyn from Pedro Francisco. Let me see if I can find it here. I don't have a fucking keyboard here. Guys. Jay, you're in the Discord, right? I mean, I can just send it to you in one of our chats. Yeah, dude. Some cats are tough as fuck. Some cats are not. Our cat Drexel, he's got so many issues. Like, he's just been like getting diarrhea again for no reason. The vampire version, man, if you did that, that'd be sweet. That'd be sweet as hell. Goth it out. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to do any more with the hair. I kind of think that leaving the hair kind of like this, where it's just like subtle, is pretty smart. I use transparent paints on them, so like you can see the zenithal still. I think it's cool. I think it looks good. I think it's a great look with her skin, especially doing gold hoops, gold on the chest, of which I do need to rework this because it's just not very good. The fabric is pretty decent. Get up here. The fabric feels kind of right. It's like a satin blue top. Probably needs to go just a hair brighter to really read as satin. But it's always the best when like all I do is like see here. I'll pull this up right now. Oh, wait, Pedro Fernandez. God damn it. Fernandez. God, I'm an idiot. They also have this one right here that I'm really thinking of. It's a Muslim woman. I'll send this to you, buddy. There you are. Sent it. Alright. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's look at Blue satin top. Tank. Top. It's not right. It's not. That's not the type of blue. It's more. This is more what I want. Cobalt. This is how you end up in weird spots. I mean, like, look at that. It goes real bright, but it doesn't go white. So maybe I just need to darken it a little bit. Because right now, like, we're not far off, really. Highlights are there. Royal blue satin top. There we go. So I've got to do maybe darker blue on top. Block. Does that sound right? Just maybe more blue in general. Alright, let's take a look at... I think this is kind of more the color tone I was going after. Mikey, didn't you say you don't like painting Space Marines? Like, look at how fucking beautiful her skin is. Freckles are great. I think I do need to push the highlights on the cheeks just a little bit. Color tone them there, but like, look at that. Like, it needs just a little bit more. You know, that's the sun hitting her face. It's just almost white in those spots. Kind of want to leave her shoulder like toned down. Yeah, where I'm holding her now, there's a highlight on the shoulder. It's actually just like a little bit of like reflection because it moves. And I actually probably should just give this a varnishing real fast and see where we're at, because like I haven't varnished this ever. It's got layers and layers and layers of paint that's been super thinned down. Oh, paint the highlight on her shoulder. Like add this here and take these up a little bit. Is that what you're saying, Mikey? Okay, I'm going to take a photo of that then. It's just so I have it as a reference. And kind of pointillism in the highlights on her face. So I still maintain some of that freckling, of which I will have to go back in and bring it back. What the hell? Did you guys see that fly through? It's like a fuzzball just came through here. Okay, let that dry for a second. Drink some water. Okay. Alright. Drink my water. Still got that natural light reflection. Need to take this to the next step. figuring out how you actually feel. I mean, like, Space Marines are cool. Like, I had fun painting one Space Marine. That thing, fun. Do I want to do it all the time? Will I do it again? Absolutely. But I'm a hedonist and an enabler when it comes to, like, fuck it, if this project that you're doing isn't making you feel good, move on to the next one. It'll make you feel better. Yeah, dude, I feel ya. Not to mention another fucking black one. You're already doing black ones. Come on. Jay, it's the same color. Eenie! What's up, girl? What's up, friend? How you been? I think we're both painting very similar stuff today, although I didn't see what model you're working, but I saw that you were doing dark skin tones. What's going on, Amaya Knight? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the murder basement. I'm doing real well. I'm sitting here next to this like really loud AC trying to stay cool, but like I've got a beanie on because my hair's all frizzy today because I haven't had a shower, so you know, pretty typical. Taking this model up to 11 since this is Thank you so much. So Army Painter sent me a skin tones set, and it is really cool as it has a bunch of different like pigments, like really thin down paints that I've been using, because like I had her at kind of like Disney princess look. It was like, it looked really good, but it felt kind of fake. And so now I've got like a lot more contouring going on and a lot more shape and depth because like of these like pigment paints. They're great. I mean, I think Army Painter, this new set's sweet. They changed it quite a bit. Manuel Gonzalez, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Murder Basement. Welcome everybody to the Murder Basement. How y'all doing? Hope you're all having a good Sunday. Getting your paint on. Oh, I just dropped my brush. God, that was embarrassing. Bring this back to a point. Okay. Coming back in and reinforcing some of these hyperpigmentation spots. Zambies, Teviston, what's going on? Hey, friends. Oh, I just realized what I've been missing this whole time. I hadn't added the hyperpigmentation to the rest of her body. And a kind of nice creamy skin tone going on. But like, no freckles anywhere else? That's not right. That's not right. Sorry, I'm a little out of focus here. Yeah, good call. Get that cat checked out. Especially if he's the sensitive boy. He needs it. This is a Pedro Fernandez sculpt. Oh man, Cujo's videos, they're so good. And talk about somebody who like paints with like dirty paint water. That guy thins that shit down deeper than anybody I know. And it is awesome. I am here for it. Check out what that did. Now that skin looks like lived in. It looks less like Disney princess, more like human being. Dirty paint water pointillism. Look what it did to the face. Come on. Nuln oil can get you on the shit list. Yes, it can. It is a tool that is overused a lot. So I think we need to push. I mean, I'm like really stoked about where the skin's at right now. I don't know if I need to do a whole lot more. But I think I need to push the darker blue here. If I want it to be more satiny, I think I gotta go darker blue. Actually, I might just pull out the transparent blue right now. So I bet you I could glaze that shit up in there. Without ruining the texture. If it's not the gloss version, you are fucking up, sir. It better be the gloss version. Otherwise, you will get on the shit list. No, these skin paints. Let me grab the box. I just threw it around. This gloss version sucks. Oh, dude. That's it. That's it. You guys are both on it. Minigamer J, you are on my shit list for not liking gloss Nuln oil. Disregard gloss. Definitely get the bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. That's a severity of 7. Gloss only on metals. That's my judgment. Minigamer J, you are on my shit list. Chris, you also get on there for not using it. One is good and the other is gloss. I want to give you guys fucking like, is noogies a thing that people do anymore? Where you're like, is that a thing? I don't know. Chris, you also get it for not using. Disregarding gloss. No. Seriously, you have to use the gloss. If you use gloss on the metals, you'll be amazed at how much easier it falls into the spots where you need it. Because like metallic paints have a gloss medium in there, so you have like thin your surface tints in just a little bit. It shades it better. But then, like when it's dry, you don't have kind of like weird splotchy looking metallics. Get some gloss. You guys. There we are. Hot takes of the day. Gloss Nuln oil. More people on the shit list here. Maybe we could do it at the same time, where we both have each other in headlocks and we're both giving each other noogies. Alright, back into this. This is where the Monument Transparent Paints fucking shines. I struggled to find a way to use it for a really long time. I just could not figure it out. But when you really want to like shift a tone of something without messing up what you've done before, this is where it's amazing. Zambies, you've never used Nuln Oil. You know what? I'm proud of you for that. I used it a shitload when I first started. It's, I mean, it is pretty amazing. That and Agrax Earthshade, they work out pretty decently. I'd never liked the skin wash. I used that a couple times and instantly regretted it every single fucking time. I mean, like, just by making this top more blue, the whole model feels more rich. Like, color-wise, it's closer to this brown. Because, like, brown is just kind of a tone of orange, and blue and orange work really nicely together. So the darker I get with the blue is one of the reasons why I use blue around her face on the hair. So I'm going to take this another darkness down. Especially for up in here. And in here. And over here. You let people pay you to spill it? That's hilarious. I'm serious though, like, try it out. Try it on your metallics. If you're painting metallic paint, try out the Nuln Oil gloss. I think you'll be shocked at how much better it is. Yeah, Agrax, I really love Agrax on, like, terrain and stuff, too. It's a little expensive to just use on terrain, but, like, it works really good on stuff like that. See, this is what I'm talking about. Why are you dry brushing on something gloss? Inquiring minds want to know. Like, I'm super perplexed by that. Why? Unless if you're dry brushing with metallics, and then that's fucking great. That turned out pretty good. That changed, like, literally everything. Why would you matte varnish all your metals? Like, seriously, you're doing things like, I mean, like, to each their own, but like, metallic paints are gloss for a reason. Black lead belcher 50/50 matte Nuln Oil dry brush silver. I mean, that'll give you a nice, like, grimy looking gun. Like, I dig that on guns. But, like, if you're using it on like the Aquillas and stuff like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just going blue and gray blue. We're going to reintroduce some of these highlights back in there. Because it's kind of silk for doing like lines across it. That's how I'm going to highlight this thing up. Imperial Hobby Paints. Interesting. I've never even heard of that. Really? Man, I love the Vallejo metal color airbrush. Silver. As you can see, I've used it quite a bit. I love it. It's great. If you found something better than that, share your secrets with me, wizard. one spot down just a little bit. Let this sit for a minute. See how I feel about it. You guys do that? Like paint, do something that's kind of feels like extreme, and then like I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit. Yeah, I've used Vallejo metal to paint my Vallejo metal. You know, when you're like spraying Necrons and going crazy and your shit's everywhere. It happens. Alright. Alright, people. Then we're actually getting to the end of my stream as well. I have to start on schoolwork because I'm a college kid now. Interesting. Okay. I need to find some of that. I need to find some of that like now. Come back the next day. I feel ya. It feels a little bright on the boobies. Just a hair bright, but that's okay. It's nowhere near as washed out as it was looking. The goal is trying to give these breasts a little bit of definition without making them look super cartoony. It's definitely getting extreme here with the Nuln Oil. I'm telling you. If you want to, like, save yourself, like, an absurd amount of money, get yourself some of this. Mr. Weathering Multi-Black. And some odorless mineral spirits. And it's like the easiest way to do black wash at all. Cleans up nice. Tones everything down in a way that like feels meaningful. It's pretty good. Really glad I took the cloth up to blue. I think I just need to do thin wash over it. Just to kind of, so they are just like a little bright, especially over here. That is way more where I want it. That looks great. Okay. All right. Wrapping up the stream. We'll go to big screen Heath. We'll have to find someone new to raid because I can't see who it is. So look at how blown out my face is here. Yikes. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love it. Love seeing you all here. Hope we can all do this again next week. For the next, like, month or two, my life's going to be a little weird. Thank you so much, Chris. Take it easy, buddy. So I started a part-time job. I have 2 of them now. I'm a dog watcher. For whenever people go out of town, I go watch their house and their animals. It's pretty cool. Can still do schoolwork. But I started a new job working at Heil Sound, which is a microphone and ham radio company in Belleville, Illinois. So I am doing that now 3 days a week until the guy who I'm replacing goes on maternity leave because he's having a babies, which is exciting. And then I'll be kind of full time there for a month. So it'll put me a little bit behind on my schoolwork. It also will probably fuck up literally everything else in my life when it comes to like the hobby and shit. So just be patient with me. Discord's a great place to hang out if you guys want to keep on talking and hanging out with other hobbyists. We talk not just Warhammer models and painting and all that. We talk movies and video games. I just beat Metroid Dread. That's some good shit right there. So come hang out. Come hang out in the Discord. It's a good time. We're way more active there than we are anywhere else. Yeah. Thank you guys also so much for the support. If you do feel like supporting the channel in other ways and the stream in other ways, I do have a Patreon. It's never necessary, but it's always appreciated. I'm going to hop over to the other screen right now. We'll find a place to raid. Anybody on the YouTubes, if you want to keep this party going, log into the Twitch now, and we'll go raid into somebody else. It'll be a good time. All right, hold on, everybody. I'm gonna go to this closing screen and tell you all I love you, and I'm gonna go get this raid going. All right, see ya.
Hello,
It is
Paul John.
amazing to see you. Thank you so much for that raid. Thank you for that.